Niners are 4-4, bye week coming out. Let's try to predict wins and losses the rest of the way.
All right, let me pull up the schedule.
Week off, then we got Tampa Bay.
Tampa
Week
Bay
10
lost.
in Tampa. Unclear if Mike Evans is going to play, but that team seems to be a little banged up.
I think the Niners go and win that game. I think the Buccaneers losing both receivers, Goodwin and Evans, it's not good. And the Buccaneers seem to struggle as soon as they went out. Maybe they'll get one of those guys back, Goodwin back. I think the 49ers go in there and handle business. I think they win that one and go 5-4.
Yeah, I think they should win that one as well. Although, boy, the Buccaneers offense is really, really, really good. Let me just get some numbers. I know they lost they're the fourth ranked offense in points and yards, and even without their wide receivers last week, they put up 26 in a loss. So I don't know about their defense, but yeah, I agree. The Niners should win that game, 5-4. Moving on.
Yep. Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks to me. Yeah, right. 6-4. Yeah, this is when it gets crazy.
I mean, I know they were missing Tariq Woolen and a couple other guys. It's just it's Geno, man. He's Pacific Northwest Dak.
Against the 49ers. He's horrible against.
Yeah, he's just Pacific Northwest Dak. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The Packers. Didn't they just say Love's going to be out? Is he injured again? I missed all of Sunday, but I heard something about Love is injured, going to be missing a month. So
really,
that might help the 49ers. Love's been playing really well.
Hold on. Let's see. MRI shows Jordan Love avoided major groin injury. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur said on Sunday that the team had a high level of concern about quarterback Jordan Love's groin injury, but it looks like they can breathe a sigh of relief in Green Bay. Love went for an MRI on Monday, and NFL media reports that it shows he avoided a serious injury. He'll get treatment this week, and the belief is that he will have a chance to play in Week 9 against the Lions. So something about a month injury yet.
Okay, great. Well, then in that case,
I'm worried about
this game. I'm worried about this game.
Yeah, I would have to lean toward Green Bay.
There's two. The Packers and the Bills are both away in arenas or stadiums, football fields that could have weather. And so far, that's one thing Brock still needs to show that he can play in the weather. And Green Bay and the Buffalo has a hell of weather in November and December. So
ball slipped out of his hand last night in Santa Clara, man. He just got a little clammy.
I mean, if I'm being real, 6-4 going into that game, I would have to go 6-5. I think they lose that game.
Yeah, I would have to go 6-6. I think they're going to lose both of those Midwest cold games.
I have it the same way, 6-6. That's and I wrote that down already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bears at home. I think they win that game. So they would be 7-6 at that point. And then the Rams.
I think they win that game, but it's not a gimme. The Bears have a hell of a defense and a quarterback who can scramble.
Yeah, it's not a gimme.
Well, yeah, I think they should win that game. And then the Rams, if the Rams are healthy, the Rams already beat them. They weren't healthy. 7-7.
I hate to say that. If they lose to the Rams and they're 7-7, they basically lose the division at that point, right? Doesn't it seem like that would be the
they
case?
might beat the Dolphins, then they lose to the Lions, 8-8. And then whether they're 8-9 or 9-8 comes down to their game against the Cardinals, who are, I see 8 or 9 or 9-8. I don't know. That's what I see.
I said 10-7 before the season. I want to hope that they can pull off this. I would love to see them beat either the Packers or the Bills somehow. And I
think that Bills game is going to be a scheduled loss because they're not going to stay in the East. They're not going to stay in Youngstown between them. So they're going to go to Green Bay, freeze their ass off, fly home, go back to Buffalo. That's the whole reason they used to stay out on the East Coast between back-to-back road games. But what would happen is they would lose the ensuing home game after that because they were so jet lagged. So they're just not. I think that to me, that Buffalo game is a straight up scheduled loss. Unless Josh Allen doesn't play.
It feels like it, man. They got this is and they have the hardest rest schedule in the NFL, the hardest, as far as the least amount of rest. And their schedule's hard, dude. You look at the Chiefs, they might have 2 or 3 losses maybe on that schedule. The 49ers have every one of these games could be tough. I think the easiest game left on this thing, Seahawks at home, should be pretty easy. The Dolphins, the Dolphins don't seem like they can mess with the 49ers. That seems pretty easy. I think they beat the Cardinals, but like you said, man, the Packers, the Bills, the Bears could be tough. The Rams, if they're healthy, they look hella good. The Lions, man, look like the best team in football right now. It could easily I don't want it to be the way it's looking, but it could be as bad as 8-9, as good as 10-7. Is how I see it. It's not good.
Yeah, 10-7 is about the best they could do. They'd have to go 6-2 down the stretch, and we're talking losses, only 2 losses. So Buffalo and one more.
That's why these games, like when you lose to the Cardinals early, or the Rams when
The
you're winning,
Rams when they
and
don't have Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua.
it's like it comes back to haunt you, man. Like those 2 games where you had opportunities to win and you didn't. That might come back to haunt these guys, man, and that's unfortunate. But if that's why I mean, like, why are we trading for anyone if that's what this looks like, man? And maybe Christian McCaffrey comes back and he's got the secret sauce and they go on a run and shock the world. I would love to see it. It's just right now, if I'm being real, it just doesn't feel like that's the path.
Joshua Wyatt says watching the Cowboys last night made it crystal clear what happens to a team when you pay the 10th best quarterback in the league. Is Brock the next Dak? It's better than Dak. Dak can't move. Dak is slow. Dak's annoying. Like Dak.
He just throws it up for grabs sometimes.
He does.
Yeah, I like Brock better, but I also don't know about just Brock's got to show me the rest of this year that he can be consistent like he was. If he plays like he did in the third quarter all year, pay him. I won't even say anything, but otherwise, they have this situation with Brock Grant where they could be like, he's technically under contract. So if they don't like what they see from him, they could say, hey, man, we want to see another year. Or they can do like this, like temporary, like almost a contract, like where we're like, hey, we'll give you 2 years, like $40 million per, and give you a chance to earn that really big one. And I understand if you're not up for that, but if you're not, we're just going to have you play out your regular contract. And if he holds out, he holds out. I think either way, the 49ers just every year should be drafting quarterbacks. But they got to be careful. You don't want to get into a Dak Prescott contract with Brock Purdy if he's not going to be more consistent.
Spider369 says we gonna overpay Purdy. Kilo T Dub says, could we be on the verge of seeing one of the better seasons from Kittle? It seems like the more Kyle draws up plays for him, the more he produces.
That's what we have. I think everyone's been saying that for a long time. Kittle is really good.
Juan Jimenez says, can Tang come on the show? We want to know. No, he's not invited. Absolutely not. Word is, though. Black Caesar says Niners beat a bad team they should have put 40 plus on.
I mean, I had a 34-13 was my prediction. Yeah.
Boxing fan says, do the Niners still make a trade? If so, what position?
I don't know, man. I feel like play with the guys you got. Play the young guys, develop them. I don't know if this is our year anyways, so I wouldn't.
Black Caesar says Niners lose to the Bills, Lions in a game they should have won.
I don't know.
And then if that's the case, then they're 9-8.
They're gonna have a hard time with the Lions. That much I do believe.
Right. So the Niners, they need to go 6-2 down the stretch to be 10-7. Those are 2 losses, Bills and Lions, and then Packers, Bears, Rams, Cardinals. Those are 4 more tough games.
Yeah.
That they need to go pretty much 4-0.
It's going to be tough. They need to focus on football.
I'm not sure that 9-8 wins the division for the Niners.
Can I talk real quick? Ken Ortega wants to link up with me and talk about basketball coaching. Yes. Visit RyanGHensley.com. There's a link on how you can schedule an appointment with me, bud. Sorry, I just wanted to.
Cool.
You asked me like 3 times.
We're going to do the 4-man front tonight on Ryan's channel. Quarter to 5?
Tuesday. Tomorrow.
Oh,
quarter to 5.
Damn.
4:45.
I was looking forward to it. I'm a big 4-man front guy.
You should be looking forward. I got surprises for you, man.
Spider369 says, is Debo on the move? I don't think so. But we'll see.